Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony, and the channel is Tony Talks Cards. I've got a two focuses of this video I want to put out. One's going to be a question, and one's going to be kind of a celebration. I'll start with the celebration first. I realized over the weekend this is about my 6-month anniversary doing YouTube content, so I wanted to take some time, give you my thoughts on the first 6 months of doing YouTube content. It's not something I do or I've ever done. It's not similar to what my current job is. It's very different from my current job. But I started last October of 2024, and I think I'm on 70 plus videos and have thoroughly enjoyed everything about it. So I thought I'd reflect on a couple things I've learned and some things I've been surprised about. But first, I want to ask you a question. I'd love to have your thoughts in the comments. I'll say the question again at the very end of the video. So if I say it now, you can kind of think about it as I'm talking and rambling about my YouTube experience, and then I'll say it again at the very end. And again, would love to have some community interaction on this one and share your comments or thoughts or what you think about the question. So the question is, what projects are you working on right now? Are you working on a set runs, player runs, team runs, Hall of Fame, other types of categories of things? And love for you to share it. It may help inspire somebody else to find out about new cards, new collecting styles, new sets, new teams, new players. Or maybe you'll find that someone in the comments has the exact same project as you right now. And maybe you can swap notes and trade some cards or find a card you're missing from that other person who you didn't know you were collecting similarly too. So thought that'd be fun. And again, the more the merrier. I'd love to see what people are working on. And I'll leave you in my comment, my pinned comment, what my kind of top projects are. And just to be honest, I've probably got 10 things I'm working on. I guess depends on how you define a project. I have lots of projects that I'm kind of working on now, but some I would love to start. But I know that once I start and buy that first card, I'll really want to complete it. And I've got to kind of temper myself in terms of focus sometimes. So I'll just list what I currently have irons in the fire. But again, I would love to see what you're working on and be inspired by that too. So I'll say that at the very end again. But for this video, like I said, I realized it's my 6-month YouTube anniversary. No confetti, no cake, but back in October of 24, I put up my first video introducing myself, my channel, who I collect, a Bears collector, Cubs collector. You see Cubs things behind me, and I'm also a really big unopened wax box, wax pack, rack pack, cellophane packs, mostly football, I should say, but do have a lot of baseball and football behind me as well. It really goes back to my genesis of going to a local card shop and buying packs, ripping them, and set collecting. And opening the packs and seeing them still unopened is kind of magical in some ways to me. So that's who I was and still am. But things I've learned on YouTube in the first 6 months. I have a little note cheat sheet here, so don't mind me if I look over at my notes as I do this, but I want to make sure I get my main kind of realizations across, I guess, on this video. So the first one is you will be inspired. I mean, you will subscribe to a bunch of channels, you find collectors like you, totally different than you, and you'll be inspired to, I didn't know that card existed or that set existed, or that's a really beautiful looking card of that player that I like. I want to learn more about him and what he did in his years of playing, right? Football, baseball, whatever. And my collecting focus, my cards I've bought since October of 2024 are very, very different than I would have bought prior to being on YouTube. And that's not a bad thing. Like, be open to inspiration, new things, new research areas, and what you're kind of into now. And what you were into before doesn't have to be what you were always into. And seeing some of you guys' videos and how you love what you collect and why you love a player, a set, a team, an era has been inspiring to me. So keep that up. And I've definitely gone down some cool new paths, which I'll talk about later in my video at the very end because of you all. So thank you for doing that. Videos take time. I mean, the video may be 10, 12, 15 minutes, but this is not my first take. I don't want to say how many takes I've done in this video. It's been more than 5, but it's something I like to practice at. So videos take time. It's not just the 5 minutes, the 15 minutes you all may see of someone else putting out a video. There may be like an iceberg, an hour that went into that video, the research, pulling the cards out, researching the players, their statistics, having all that ready to go, setting up the light, the camera, the video, going to upload the video to YouTube. So I kind of knew that, but didn't really appreciate it until you start doing it. So it does take a lot of time. But for those of you who are on the fence or not sure about it, it's fun. I would still encourage you to do it, look into it, and start that channel, start that video. So um, I'm try different types of videos too. I just early on was just me talking, showing off cards, which is that's fine. That's great, right? But um, definitely encourage you if you're thinking about it, do different types of videos. Do interviews, do recorded conversations, have some different thumbnails, play around with some graphics, maybe. Where you are doing your video. Is it in a room, on your couch, outside, at a card show? I did some card show video about a month and a half ago, which was interesting. So trying to keep it fresh and do something different. So definitely encourage you to keep doing that too. And I've had fun doing different things as well. I talked about interviews, so talking to other people. Part of why I did this, got on YouTube, is to meet other collectors that are like me or totally different than I am. And I've done, I think, 4 or 5 interviews, or been interviewed once, and done, I think, 4 interviews myself on my channel. And man, it's been so good to hear other people talk out loud in real time, not in comments being typed out, about why they collect and what they love to collect and why they follow a certain player and some core memory that relates to that player or that team. And I think we all have that. And I think I'm happy I'm doing it. That's kind of why I'm getting into this, to meet more people, make friends in the hobby. If you see them at a show, you can say hi to them, shake their hand. If you know about them, what they collect, maybe see a card that they like or would like at your card show. You pick it up and you think of them, right? Or you just keep a lookout for people, right? What they're looking for, what they're collecting, and it just kind of makes you feel like you're more of a community. So I've really enjoyed doing that. It takes time to get to do the interview, find the time, translate Pacific time to Eastern time, have some cards ready, think of some questions, upload it. But it's really been fun. I've really enjoyed doing that. And if you've never done that before and you're a creator on YouTube, definitely consider reaching out to some folks that you like, you think maybe have some cool stories about why they collect, and do a 10-minute discussion, do an hour discussion. It could be lots of things, but I've really enjoyed doing that too my first 6 months here. Um, Last thing I'm going to say is, well, I guess two last things. One, definitely, like, comment, and subscribe. That's how I've gotten to meet more people, just being, being all over the comments. I try to comment on at least 80%, if not more, of the videos I watch. Sometimes I'm in the car. I can't comment while I'm driving or typing, right? But most of these are I'm at my desk. I'm doing yard work. I can kind of pause, make a comment, say a like, say thanks for the video. That's kind of how I've gotten my snowball rolling, I guess, of people knowing who I am. And if they comment on your video, comment back or say thank you, hit a like, subscribe to their channel. So it takes kind of both sides doing it to kind of get that traction. But definitely, if you like what they're doing, leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment, a sentence, 2 sentences. Say thank you. All that I wasn't really taught, but I've kind of learned through osmosis and really enjoyed doing that, and have met some great guys and great channels through these first 6 months. Lastly is going to be definitely, follow a bunch of channels. And I think the interesting realization I had too just this weekend was that some of those first channels that I subscribed to back, I started watching YouTube in August of 2024. I got my channel going in October, so 2 months later of 2024. Some of those first channels that I watched when I found out YouTube had sports card content, like I was late to the party by 20 years, so I still subscribe to them. But it's funny how some of the folks you kind of started watching early on, while you still subscribe to them, you still see them come up on your feed. I don't click on them as much anymore. It's like you kind of find your tribe of people. You kind of find the folks who think like you, collect like you, or maybe they collect nothing like you, but you're just intrigued by what they collect, how they think about it, how they've built their collection, and all things in between. But there's definitely some channels that I don't watch as much anymore. And I thought I should feel bad about that. I feel, man, I should watch more of them and comment more. But there's only, 24 hours in a day, right? And we all have jobs and lives and families and things and dogs and whatever keep us busy. So you just can't get around to everybody as much as you used to. I feel kind of bad about that. I know I shouldn't, because just the math doesn't work out. Um, but it was a weird feeling to think about the fact that I don't watch some channels as much as I used to. And some just, I think, aren't where I'm at right now. I was kind of back new into the hobby. I've been collecting for 40 years, but really hadn't actively tried to collect things outside of football really ever. And so getting back in the fall of 2024, I was diving into more baseball, just what's the collecting vibe in 2024 videos and news, and who are the hot topics and hot takes on things. And I still get that in my channels I watch right now, but some I don't get as much of, or I kind of will leave to other channels to tell me about things versus other channels, right? So, but I think that's part of just a metamorphosis and just how we all grow and change and migrate. So I still love and subscribe to all the ones I've originally subscribed to. Like no one's being kicked off my small channel here of subscriptions, but it's just funny. I just never thought about that, and I know I'm kind of long-winded rambling right now, but it was kind of a interesting observation in my first 6 months. But I think that's the way we all may kind of change and evolve over time. So those are my 6 month YouTube observations and ramblings. Hopefully, those are and can be an encouragement. Like, don't not do YouTube because you're not sure how to do it. Like, just dive in, do a video, talk to some people, like their videos, subscribe to a bunch of channels, comment, like, get involved and see where it takes you. If you don't like it after, one video, 1 week, 1 month, that's cool too. Take a break, or maybe it's not a thing you want to do. But for me, I've really enjoyed doing it, and hopefully some of these observations will further motivate you or further inspire you to take that first step. So, like I said, I this is my second time asking the question, so I'll say it again for those who maybe skipped through the first few minutes of the video. In celebration of my 6 months on YouTube, my little tiny channel I have here, I'd love to hear, what are you collecting? What projects are you working on right now? And maybe there's no projects. Maybe project is a not the right word. Maybe it's like, what are the next 5 cards? 5 sets, 5 players you're trying to build a collection of. And maybe that's a project, maybe it's not. But whatever that means to you, I'd love to have you, take 20 seconds, like, leave, what are you working on? What are you trying to find? Whether it's at a local card show, the Nationals coming up, or just a new interest you've taken over the last few months you didn't think you'd get into, but man, I'm really into this right now. And I'm looking to buy this set or find these cards, these players, or these years of cards and manufacturers. So, and again, I'd love to have as many comments as possible so I can be inspired by you all. And I'll leave what I'm working on as well. And it's probably too much, honestly, but I'll leave what I'm working on, and maybe we'll have some overlap and we'll find ways to connect and help each other finish their sets and collections. So, but yeah, love to have you comment and be part of this. Thank you again also, as I wrap this up at 12 minutes, almost 13 minutes here. Thank you to everyone who has liked my small channel and subscribed and commented, and despite being much bigger than I am, who've commented on my videos. And thank you for those, you know who you are, who've been open to being interviewed and recorded as we've had a discussion the last few months. I really appreciate that. Looking to do more of that on my channel as we have time. I have time, you have time, and we can fit it all in. But I really enjoy talking and hearing other people's collecting focus and why they collect. So if you have an interest in doing that and setting up some time to talk to me on your channel, my channel, I don't really care where, but just kind of a real quote unquote live discussion over the internet, I'd love to do more of that, and leave a comment below too if that's something that you'd like to do as well. And with that, I will sign off. Thank you again, and love to see what you're collecting these days, what your projects are. So thanks again. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.